Once upon a time, far, far away, in a land on the most southern tip of Africa, there was a not too shabby leader called King Darius. He had a parrot called Maximus, but the parrot isn't important to the story. Altogether with his very corrupt government officials called ministers, he also appointed a God-fearing minister called Daniel, and unlike the other officials, he worshipped and obeyed only the God of Israel. Daniel was a good steward and received much favor from the king. They eventually became good friends. It was Daniel's weekly custom to sing out loud praises to his God while he is mowing in his front lawn on Mondays. He was really vocal about it. His heart was in it. He did this very faithfully every week. God was without a doubt his first and most important priority of his life. He did not neglect the special time with God. Because of Daniel's good success and favor with the king, the other corrupt government officials got very jealous over him. Especially this guy, the very rebellious minister of land reform called Julius. They tried many times to discredit him before the king, but they could not find anything on him. Together they finally devised a plot against Daniel to destroy him completely. They cunningly deceived the king with signing a new law that if any citizen sings praises to any other god or man besides Darius, they will be thrown into C. Max prison, just outside of Bloemfontein in the Free State. The perpetrators will be fast food to some very hungry, wild, and dangerous creatures. They also knew Daniel would be arrested because his faith was strong and he would not compromise his loyalty to God. Suddenly, Daniel had a minor faith crisis. He was between a rock and a hard place. He knew about the devious plot against him, but he decided that he would not surrender to idol worship. He would rather die than deny God. His devotion to God was not negotiable. On his way back to work one day, he remembered one of the discipleship classes at his Bible school, stating that when values are clear, decisions are easy to make. "I've got this," Daniel said. The following Monday morning, as the custom was, Daniel went outside and mowed his front lawn again. This time he decided that he is going to sing praises to God, 3 times even louder than before. He made very sure everybody could hear him, no fear whatsoever. The corrupt officials then took pictures of Daniel and some selfies while he is busy worshipping his God. "This time we've got him," they figured. They WhatsApped the pictures to the king's iPhone, and the king became very distressed, as it was his beloved friend Daniel who committed the crime. King Darius had no other choice but to give the order to arrest Daniel. Parkweg police station came and took Daniel to C-Max prison and locked him up where hungry lions, bears, and raptors awaited his fate. King Darius could not eat or sleep that night, but Daniel trusted his God. "God's got this," he said to himself. God then sent our beloved Lord Jesus to Daniel's rescue, and locked up all the mouths of the kitties, bears, and raptors who was in lockdown with him. They couldn't touch Daniel. Daniel, however, could sleep like a baby because he knew that he had an even bigger lion with him in the cage. The next morning Darius couldn't wait to see if his friend is still alive, and rushed to the prison and had it opened. He then saw Daniel playing fetch with the lions and the wild raptors. Untouched and unharmed. What a miracle! Daniel is still alive! Darius was overwhelmed and had him taken out of prison immediately, without bail. By this King Darius could see that Daniel was truly a righteous man, and that he serves the one true God of Israel. Daniel could also testify to the king and the whole country that when you first honor God in your life, irrespective of any crisis you might face, God will always take care of his own. It goes without saying that the king had all the corrupt ministers thrown into prison, and this time the creatures' mouths were unlocked. Yes, we all know what comes around goes around. In closing, Daniel became very famous, married a nice Christian girl with righteous in-laws, and they lived happily ever after.